What's up, fight fans? We are heading all the way to Sydney, Australia this weekend with some absolutely outstanding matchups. Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland, rematch world title main event. This is one you're not going to want to miss. And just for you, to make this fight night even better, I have teamed up with DraftKings to bring you all a great offer right now. DraftKings is giving all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after they place a wager for just $5. So don't wait. Download the DraftKings app. Do it right now. When you sign up, use the code SONNEN. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Stay in on the action. Use your $200 in bonus bets for same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. You can combine multiple bets together from the same fight. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy for a shot to win cash prizes. I want you to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. When you sign up, place in at least a $5 wager, use the promo code SONNEN. Get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SONNEN only at DraftKings Sportsbook. What do you guys think about Chimaev? Do you expect him to be next? Do you expect him to be up this weekend? They don't tell us the backup fighter. I so disagree with that. I think it is such a great piece of marketing. I think the speculation, I don't care if they never told us. Now, but I realize I'm pretty far with this. I'm a radical. If you were to have a main event and 2 of 3 guys will walk out, I don't care if the end of the night comes and I don't know who it is until I hear their music hit. I would love it. Now that's silly. I wouldn't expect you to. That a little bit of a Royal Rumble feel to that, right? But I would love it. I love knowing who the backup fighter is. And I've only got to know one time, and it was Kamaru Usman filling in a spot that could be Darren Till when he took on Tyron Woodley. That was the only guy ahead of time where we were told and we could look at and go, whoa, what's going to happen here? Hey, Kamaru, let's check in on you. How's your training going? Which in hindsight, right, Kamaru Usman wasn't supposed to be the best fighter in the world. It turned out that he was. Like, imagine how different, at least for that short term, the history books would be had Kamaru Usman got in that night. All right, fine. So, what do you think about Chimaev? Is he going to be the backup fighter? Is Chimaev down to wait? Is Chimaev on point? Is he licensed? Is he headed down under? And if he's not, why not? That's a fair question by me. 85-pounders. Yeah, is it an immigration issue? Is it a travel issue? Is it a passport issue? We're telling that is cleared up, at least for him to come west. But we don't know what it looks like in the rest of the world. And maybe we're not gonna. Maybe it's not our business. But it's also not off limits. He's the one that brought it to our attention. So if Chimaev is the backup fighter, great. I wish we knew that. I think that would be fun to know we're going to get 2 of the 3 between Chimaev, Strickland, and du Plessis. We're going to start with Chimaev and Strickland, but we are going to get 2 of those 3 in there. I just think that's a very fascinating concept. Now, if the answer is no, Chimaev will not be down under. He has not gone through a training camp. He is not on weight. He is not licensed to fill in. Can someone else slip in? I mean, if he's not any of those things, if he's not going to be somewhere when we really could use him, we really do need him. We can all agree even right now, it would be better to have a backup fighter than to not. So if we're not using him for that, would I be wrong to say, well, then perhaps he's not the number 1 contender? And I'm not looking to be a skunk at the garden party. I believe he should be the number 1 contender. I'm saying, am I wrong to then assume perhaps that isn't set in stone? I'll just use Imanov, for example. And I know Imanov is not about to slip in and steal a number 1 contendership, but I could go a step down from that. I could see a scenario where Strickland and du Plessis and Strickland wins and it's tight and they go to a rubber match. I could see that. Where it holds up the division until winter of this year. And that's where you could see an opportunity for somebody to slide in against Chimaev. But if Chimaev was in fact locked in stone, then why isn't he here? That's a perfectly reasonable question, considering 4 weeks ago we got confronted with this and lost our main event of a pay-per-view. I'm talking about Arman Sakarian. And a great fight that we'll never know. A great fight, by the way, that nobody's ever talking about was Moicano and Benny. That really is a great... Of the two fights that I could have seen, Sarukian versus Arman, or I could have seen Moicano and Benny, that's the one that I feel I missed. And maybe that's the other one's a rematch, but that's the one that I feel I missed. And nobody's talking about that. Okay, great. Let's fast forward to now. Is there somebody that can slip in and steal that number one contendership away? If it's Chimaev's, why isn't Chimaev there? If it's not Chimaev's, then what does he have to do to get it? Or what needs to be done by somebody else? Jerry Cannonier in company at the end of the month. 185 pounds is so on display right now. Arnold Allen getting ready to come up. 185 is being looked at in a way, unlike any other month, 5-week period that 185 pounds has ever had. It is being featured now. So, I am curious. I do have a hard time getting off of that. If it's Chimaev, if Chimaev's next, why in the hell is he not here and weighed in when we know that opportunity could be here? And Chimaev isn't just the number one contender, guys. He's done it twice. Chimaev fought Kamaru Usman in a number one contenders match. Then Chimaev fought Robert Whittaker in a number one contenders match. History says, beat a world champion, fight for a world championship. Chimaev's beaten 2 in a row. I don't question that it should be his opportunity. What I am going to question is if he is not secretly planning to get on the scale this week in Australia, then am I wrong to assume that he is not set in stone as the number one contender?